Happy holidays. I'm Sef,
Hi, I'm Keturah.
and we are with Steam Cathedral. Our official name is Cathedral Land and Speed Company. We've been in existence for a year, right?
We got our 501c3 status of January of this year, 2022, so it's been a little under a year.
Right. So, one of the first questions we get is, are you guys a nonprofit? And we can say, yes, we are officially a nonprofit. We ran a pilot program for 1 year through COVID and got our nonprofit status of January this year. So we've only been around legally a year, but we've been doing these projects for a few years.
So you're still in startup mode.
So we would consider ourselves a startup, a self-funded startup nonprofit.
It's been a really busy year. We have a lot to talk about. First, just to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do. Cathedral was founded to be an inclusive early entry pipeline for a lot of the underserved youth and talent in the Ohio community, to introduce them to the dynamics of the motorsports industry and the different career opportunities. And so along those lines, we have programs and curriculum, symposiums, field trips, a bunch of stuff that we've been working on this year, and then a bunch of stuff that we're excited to tell you about for 2023.
Yeah, so our passion and our desire with this vision is to help raise up people through mechanics, through industrial arts therapy, to help equip people with knowledge and wisdom and skill sets that they wouldn't have access to, whether it's because of their demographic or because they live in an area or a place where they don't have access to tools, or the cost of the overhead to do projects. I always say we like to give people an opportunity to start with the bar set higher, meaning if you want to work on a project, if you want to be involved in learning how to work with your hands or pick up new skills, we don't want there to be a barrier to prevent you from doing that. So within this space, our community, we have any type of tool you would need as a foundational tool to learn how to work with your hands, to learn how to get new skills, whether it's basic mechanics on a motorcycle or a car or a go-kart, all the way up to fabrication on a mill or a lathe, or welding, or other more advanced techniques, or 3D printing, or coding. We want to make sure that you're going to get a well-rounded exposure and experience with experienced people to pick up a new trade, a new tool that's going to better equip you to, I don't know, just have a better life, really.
So basically what you're saying is that we're a higher end makerspace with all the tools, but we are also a communal space. And so you learn through mentors. So we provide the space and the tools, but also the mentorship as well to kind of guide you through that process.
Yes, I was mentored when I was younger, in high school, after high school, before college. I had individuals that taught me basically things that weren't really taught by everybody. So there was techniques, and there was ways to apply those techniques. There was the correct way to do something a little differently. And that added a lot of value to how I approached projects and how I executed those projects. So I think the tension is in this climate is a lot of those skills or techniques weren't passed down or are being held on to. So what we do is encourage people, encourage the mentors that we're involved with, encourage the community we're with, is that, hey, maybe someone has a better way of doing it. Maybe there's a different tool we can use. Maybe there's a different technique, and let's work together to do something perfect, do something to the best of our ability that we can take pride in. At the end of the day, it's well done, and it will stand the test of time.
So it's been a great year.
Yep.
A lot of great things happen. We're going to do kind of a brief recap, do a couple shout outs and thank yous, and end by giving you a sneak peek into 2023. So
we have, we're excited about this year. We have a lot of things we've been working on behind the scenes with a lot of great organizations and establishing new partnerships. So we'll get into that. But first, we want to honor those who have supported us in 2022, both financially and just showing up and helping, assisting the students. And just to clarify, so if we say students, we would mean 13 years old all the way up through 45 years old. Anyone who desires to learn and to experience something new, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that just want to establish that. All right, let's go.
So we kicked off this year with a grant from the Hartwell Foundation. So we definitely want to thank you for your investment in us. And that really helped us to get a handle on our programming. And then throughout the year, some of the two big highlights for me was, the first one was the Good Guys show. We had 4 students showcasing their cars at Good Guys Columbus. It had over 100,000 people in attendance. It was really great to see just the shop community come together and help each other out and getting their projects ready to take it down and showcase them.
We had a couple months for when they gave us an incredible spot at the show. The goal was that the students had to drive their vehicles over. And at that time, nothing was driving. So we had to really hunker down and work as a team to get every vehicle over there, to drive it over there, including the old semi, pulling an old trailer. And that was one of the biggest challenges. So we pulled it together, and Jaden, Maddie, Devin, Ryan, Josiah, Kat, Michaela, Lauren. So we all came together, and each student drove their vehicle over. It was pretty dynamic. It took a while to get over there, and we had some incidents, but we made it. And so thank you, Good Guys, for partnering with us and giving us just an incredible spot. We had so many conversations with people of wanting to know what we're doing and how we're doing it. And we've established new partnerships because of that. And we're excited about the fruit that's going to produce. But it's something to see these young people talk to people about their cars and the restoration techniques they use with other people. That just was cool. My dad and brother also came out for that. Yeah. Forgot about that. Just a great time. And
that was Jaden, who was a summer intern. That was the culmination of his internship, and he said it was definitely a highlight. And that really led us into our next summer internship with Lauren, which we did in partnership with Chris Keel's Photography.
Yes.
It's a studio photographer in Bexley, good friends of Sef's, and graciously welcomed Lauren in and, taught her everything, the fundamentals and the basics and then symmetry. And she was also here in the shop doing tack welding and going on photo shoots with him.
Sure. So so Lauren is a senior now, and she's in charge of yearbook photography. So we desired to partner with a photographer to help really bring her to her skill level to an order of excellence, meaning understanding for studio lighting, understanding just point of view and how to get a personality out of some in portraiture of someone you're photographing, and basically giving her real world exposure in real world photography, and say, hey, this might be a career you might be interested in. Let's expose you to it with someone who does it extremely well. And then also you're just gaining a lot of high-end skills that you can take back to school and implement in your yearbook photography class, or as a student, or just in life.
Yeah, and she had a great time. She thrived. So.
Yes, she thrived, so thank you, Chris Keel's Photography, and we look forward to doing more of those. He also runs classes there that you can look into. So cool.
Yeah,
What
a couple
else?
other just people to thank that have helped us along the way. Just want to thank Justin Perkins with Holy Moses Salon. They're opening their third location.
Third location in Columbus. I believe that's up in Muirfield.
And
so that's Holy Moses.
Thank our good friend Corey and Sarah Pecan, and she's also launching her own brand called Justice Driver, which is pretty cool. You can follow her on Instagram at Justice Driver.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be highlighting a deep dive on that pretty soon. Individuals, James, who is building a coordinated care center in Indianapolis, which is very exciting. Thank you for your support, your monthly support. Casey and Levi, who have helped tremendously
with our communications.
With our communications, and
as well as being donors as well. Thank you.
Yeah, so that newsletter is going to be coming your way shortly, and they had a huge part in that. What else? Okay, so a couple things. We didn't set out to. We used our own vehicles as templates to help train people, and then some of the students purchased and invested in their own vehicles, which you can see on our Instagram, Steam Cathedral, or on the Facebook, and you can follow that. And we do have new stories that are about to get released that we filmed. A shout out to Julian, who is our CCAD intern, who is behind the camera on the couch watching us do this right now. Thank you for him. And so we're filming those stories. We're going to share those student stories with you because I think it's going to be very encouraging to our audience to say, hey, there is hope for this generation. Not all young people are on their phones. Not all young people have given up. Like there is hope, right? There's hope and there's faith, and a lot of them love community and they love just learning new skills and doing incredible things. So we're going to highlight that. The interesting thing is, so we didn't set out to get vehicles, but we've had multiple vehicles donated to us, classic vehicles, which has been a huge blessing. And Steve is one of those people that we are on our third vehicle with him, along with 2 motorcycles. So you're going to see those vehicles here. Why we're excited about that is it costs a lot of money to purchase a vehicle in halfway decent shape, to renovate, to restore, and then also to actually restore it to a condition that's safe and drivable and something we can be proud of. That's a lot of money. And then the tooling and the facility to do that is also very expensive. So by having an individual like him donate some really cool projects for our students is just helps us. It puts us a step forward, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
So follow that. That's going to be pretty cool, and we'll tell you about those in the new year. Also, mentorship. We couldn't do this without people, skilled people that have already been there and done that. And it's a large
that are coming in and donating their time and their experience, that believe in this project, believe in our mission, and believe in the students and want to come alongside them and teach them and mentor them. And so we have some excellent mentors that we really want to say thank you to. So Mike White and Jeff Manners, Ren and Ryan, we're just so grateful for both of you and everything that you've done. So thank you so much for coming in. And if anyone watching this interested in being a mentor, you can go to our website, steamcathedral.com, and there's a little section that says mentor. Fill it out and we'll get back to you. We'd love to have more mentors.
Why is it important to mentor those behind you?
I think you want to answer that yourself, huh?
I can answer that
You
myself.
want to answer that yourself.
I'm just putting it out there. As you'll see in one of these stories with one of the Corvettes, Ryan's story that he's going to share with when we release that is, it's hard. It's hard to restore a car, and it can get discouraging. There's a lot of things can go wrong, and this is also a reflection of life. Obviously, that things can be going really well for you, but out of nowhere something can happen, and it helps to have a community of people that have been there, that have experienced those things, whether it's heartache or trauma or death or loss, or it's simply a vehicle that you're invested in and everything is going wrong. And a lot of you can relate, even having a new vehicle that breaks down and you don't have the funds to fix it as the cost of everything is skyrocketing. So I like the idea of having people in your life that when something goes wrong, you can call someone up and say, hey, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? And then having a team of people like a pit crew come in and say, you know what, we're going to fix this. We're going to help. We're going to come alongside you. We're going to use our resources, and we're going to do it to the best of our ability. And that's what we've seen in the last year, if anything, is just a lot of teamwork, right?
Yeah. I think that's one of our core strengths is the community that we've built. And that's one of our, inner reflective values that we talk a lot about how we teach STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, mathematics, but there's an inner reflection that we really seek to impart as well. And that has to do with story, talent, edify, awe, and movement. And so we seek to honor everyone who comes in together, no matter where they're at, honor their story, what they're working with, their talents, and then always moving forward. And so, those are some of our core values. Yeah, and we'll be deep diving into that with the programming for the new year as we launch the workshops and the after school programming. Like I say, you could be the most creative person, you could be the most talented person, but if you don't know how to talk to someone, if you don't know how to look them in the eye and communicate in a peaceful way, if you don't know how to edify someone, if you don't know how to build someone up, or if you even don't know how to believe in your own gifts, or if you're not able to figure out what your passion is, what you enjoy doing, what brings you life, where your heart bends is kind of what we say, then we can help with that, and we can help launch you into that. Many people can. We're just in our sector here to do what we're called to do, and we would love to help more people do that. Which gets us into a few more of these we can wrap up, right? Sure, yeah, different corporations that we have to think. I think, do you want to go ahead and go? Keep rolling, yeah, let's get through this. So Esoteric in New Albany, obviously, they took on the 77 van, hot rod van, and we're able to revive it, which is part of our ethos here. And so we were excited, and we have some cool things in the future that we'll keep you updated with them on, with some training that we could
partner with them to offer young people that are interested in learning how to detail or I don't know, bring back old vehicles to life or new vehicles. So thank you, Esoteric. And thank you for, actually, I need to get something. So do you want to talk about Meyer Shank while I get one of these bolts from him?
Sure.
I forgot something.
Sure. So a couple weeks ago, we had the honor of taking a private tour of Meyer Shank Racing, which is a IMSA and NASCAR champion out in Etna. So about 25 minutes from us. It was great that they opened their doors, let us bring in as many students as we wanted. There was a group of about 8 of us that spent several hours on a Friday afternoon just talking with their staff, talking with the owner, checking out all the different cars. It was a really great experience, and we really loved the ethos of the place and the energy and the vibe. It was just a wonderful trip.
Yeah, with our future programs, what we'll talk about, it's just exciting to be able to have a dynamic, a high-level professional race team at our disposal, at our back door, and not only that, who are very open and welcoming to allow us to come in and talk to them and ask questions and just be exposed to a professional winning motorsports team, because that's exciting for us and for the people we work with. So we're looking forward to that. Some things we're going to be working with them on. So thank you, Meyer Shank, Mike, and Matt for opening those doors for us. And we do have a short video that you'll see that experience in the new year of how that went. So this is why this is important. What I have is a box of stainless steel screws, right? So we have about, I don't know how many boxes are out there. Probably over 100 boxes, thousands and thousands of metric and standard stainless steel screws and bolts. So this is what's interesting. So Mike Wagner of Cornfield Customs, extremely humble and talented, one of the top fabricators here that I know of. So check him out at Cornfield Customs. But he donated as much as I could fit in the truck. Just thousands of dollars worth of stainless steel hardware. So why that's important is because, number one, to put projects together, it costs a lot of money in the sundries, right? Just the basic things like nuts and bolts and flux and welding wire and paint and primer. All these things are very expensive, and so being able to have someone come in and say, "Hey, I have this. I'm not using it. Let me give you guys this stuff," is awesome, because this saves us a lot of time and money by just going to our shelf, and now we have access to a lot of high quality fasteners. So thanks, Mike. And if anyone has any containers that they would like to donate,
to put them in.
Julian would love to sort all these over the next year. So thank you, Mike.
We also just want to give a huge shout out to our local nonprofit community. Been really welcoming as a startup nonprofit. It was kind of hard at the beginning. A lot of it is we don't know what we don't know, and we started by joining the Human Service Chamber, HSC of Franklin County, and they just embraced us. They have 170 nonprofit members and have opened their doors and really helped us along the way. And as we've learned and grown, and we became members of the Ohio After School Network, everyone there as well has been most welcoming and saying, tell me what you do. okay, you need to meet so-and-so and you need to meet so-and-so. I'm going to connect you to so-and-so. I'm going to connect you to so-and-so. So we're just really grateful to be a part of the nonprofit community, the Human Service Chamber, the Ohio After School Network, and to thank you for everyone who's met with us and opened your doors and then introduced us to other people to meet as well.
Yeah, Michael Corey and his team have been absolutely incredible. If you have a nonprofit or looking to launch one, these are the people to talk to. So Human Service Chamber here in obviously Columbus, Ohio, or maybe there's something similar in your neck of the woods, but incredible resource, and we're excited about them. All right, you want to talk about education?
Well, I wanted to talk about 2023.
Okay. Do we want to talk about OAN and CCAD?
I just did.
Oh, you just did. Why are you going?
No. She's obviously not listening.
I am not listening to her, so. Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we obviously covered something that I didn't hear, so that's awesome. All right, what do you want to talk about? The new year. All right, 2023. 2023. So, there's a lot of details. I guess the business part of it is, as we go into 2023, we have some new advisory board individuals that we're onboarding to help us with the back end and you can speak into that.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. So.
Yes, we're building our advisory board. We'll also be building and strengthening our governing board as well.
Yes. Why that's important is because we believe in transparency. We believe in doing everything by the book. We believe that even though we're only a year old, we've been doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but where we're going, we need a lot of help, and we need people that have done it before and do it better than us. Mm-hmm. And so we submit to them, and we say, we cast a vision out, and we have people that are really excited about where we're at, what we've done, where we're at, and where we're going. So we have those announcements are coming in the new year of who those individuals are. We also thank the people on our board that currently, which is Aaron, mm-hmm. who's an educator for Columbus Schools, mm-hmm. and also Ryan, mm-hmm. who was one of our first students to mentor. So thank you for their service and all they're doing. All right, new things. Well, the most exciting thing for the new year, as far as programming, is this has been something that I've been passionate about for a long time, and had in the back burner is our what we would call our our inner city go-kart initiative or outreach. Our very own EV go-kart hybrid workshop, right?
And before you go into too much detail about it, it's just kind of cool to see how some things from a few years ago are now coming around. How a few years ago you met someone that had all these vintage go-kart frames, and then you met someone that had a go-kart racetrack that has to be used once a year. And we talked about doing the EV technology, and we've talked about doing an inner city race and a father-daughter team, and how all these things are kind of coming together. So we're finalizing that curriculum, and we've got some great people on board helping us out.
Yeah, so what's cool about that is it's going to be a micro version of a Indy or Formula One series of races with a series of sponsored teams, both for-profit and non-profit. And it's our way of integrating technology and tooling and fabrication and utilizing our space to bridge the gap with the community that we are in and serve the community we are in with something fun and dynamic. These kids are struggling with so many things. The parents are struggling. So we want to provide an environment that's fun and peaceful and enjoyable, but also they're learning real world techniques mm-hmm. and skills and having a good time doing it. So that is our go-kart program. So we look forward to sharing the details of that. So that's one thing. What else?
Just continuing to, build capacity in our operations. We've got an advisory board that will be launching in spring 2023. We've got our over-the-wall programming. We've got a lot of people lined up for podcasts and symposiums.
Mm-hmm. And then, so we are with the after-school workshops and programs. We need your help. If you are an educator and you like working with kids that with the kids just in general, or young people, and you like motorsports, or you like STEAM components, or you like artistic elements, or you just like to serve. We are building our mentorship in volunteer base and in a lot of sectors. Or maybe you're someone who just loves old cars, or you love going fast, or you want to be a part of our program. Just reach out and we will talk to you. We're excited about this new year, but thank you for everyone who helped support us this last year. And we are going to continue to grow and execute this vision to the best of our ability. And at the end of the day, what we like to say, we are planting good seed in the soil, and it's producing good fruit. And we hope that translates with everyone we come in contact with, and overflows into our community and through the communities across this state and the country. So
there's a lot of ways to get involved, a lot of ways to help out. So encourage you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and the newsletter. Share our posts with your friends. Share this video with your friends and your family. If you're watching this and saying, oh, you should meet so-and-so, send us an email. We're more than happy to sit down, meet. We're more than happy to have people come down to the shop. We're looking for mentors, volunteers. We're looking for donors, monthly donors, people that say, I hear what you're saying. I hear your vision. I agree with it. I want to help be a part of that community. I want to be a part of sowing seed and the good fruit that's happening. And so looking for those monthly donors. And we just want to thank everyone who's been a part of this journey so far. And 2023 has a lot in front of us. We're excited.
Yeah. Thanks so much. See you soon.